You're not leaving for a job. You're leaving to build a legacy. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to have impact. I'm Taylor Riller. I am the youth football coordinator at the Washington Commanders. If you know me from my social media, I go by Miss NFL. And that was something that I created because I genuinely wanted to be in the sports industry. And I didn't see a lot of opportunities at that time. This was like 2020. And this was before the women in sports movement started. And to now see where we are for women in sports, especially Black women in sports, it means everything. And so today I'm going to be sharing my journey from intern to impact. And so in 2023, I actually was an account manager in broadcast television. So I did media sales. And so basically what that was, if you don't know, is selling the commercials. And imagine being 21, freshly 21, and you're the youngest person on the sales floor. You're the only Black woman selling. And so in that industry, you're pitching six-figure deals. You're closing accounts that have $250,000 a quarter. And so with that was a heavy load. The stress of sales is something, that's number one. But I knew that I did not want to do that for the rest of my life, and that's okay. It started me out on a great foundation, but I knew I needed to be in sports. And so in 2023, that's when I made the decision to come to Black Sports Biz, and that's when everything changed. And so here, as you can see, I left my full-time job in October of 2023. I came into the Commanders, but I needed to have a mindset shift because on paper, this looked like you're leaving a full-time job with benefits. I felt like, honestly, I was just there going with the flow, doing what everyone else was doing, but it wasn't what I wanted for my career. And that is the important part. As you're growing, if you're in college, or even if you're seasoned and you want to pivot, know that if it's not something you want to do, that's okay. Sometimes it takes us a little bit of time to come to that realization. But once we do that, have the shift to know that if you have to pivot to another profession or another job or another company, you're not leaving for a job. You're leaving to build a legacy. In 2023, I sat in these same seats. I didn't have any connections. I didn't know what I wanted to do in the sports industry, but I knew it felt right. That is something that helped me go through my internship and have not just an impact on the organization, but on my team. And I believe that is something that helped me stay. My internship was supposed to end in May of 2023. I got extended twice until I became full-time, but there was something there that the Commanders and senior leadership saw in me that it was beyond my impact for the organization, but on my team. When I left my role, this was scary for me. I was coming to the Commanders. There wasn't a guarantee for a full-time role after, but I knew I wanted to leave something. If I wasn't going to be there past May, that they will remember me by. We often hear being indispensable, but I want us to kind of pivot to using legacy instead. And so for me, legacy means leaving a footprint. What are they going to remember me by? That's leaving a space better than I found it. So whether that looks like through funding, whether that looks like through donations, or simply us putting on a free clinic so that they can learn the fundamentals of flag football, that's creating access. But also in my role, doing things like this, speaking to you all who are up and coming, speaking to groups or speaking to my mentees on a weekly basis, that's creating access for someone else to come in and create their own legacy and have their own impact. And so when I think of legacy, it's not something that you leave behind, it's something that you build daily. You're taking the steps every day to leave a little drop of your legacy. If somebody remembers, they often say, people will remember more what you do than what you say. Like, they're gonna remember how you left an impact on them. They're gonna remember your actions. And that is a little drop of your legacy. So today I want you to walk away like, what am I doing with my legacy? How am I leaving an imprint in every person that I meet, whether I'm in the sports industry yet or I'm not?